doing it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Island. Yo, I love it.
Can you know what to say?
Can you show up every week and open for us? I think that's the only way this is going to work.
Yeah, we're running a deal right now on intros for podcasts, actually. Half off.
All right. Half off for free. That's a good price.
Heck yeah.
That is a good price.
What?
Oh, welcome, Dr. Marcus Alvarado from Alvarado Healthcare, our guest today.
Love his shirt, too.
That's me. Thanks,
Real
guys.
men wear pink.
I thought that this morning when I was getting ready, and I was like,
You knew you were going to be seen by the entire Metro East community.
Yes.
Our viewership is exploded.
It's robust.
It's probably blown up. Probably got 5 more viewers just after.
That's we're chippers. We just want to graduate. We don't want to explode here. We're just grow slowly. Yeah.
Is that a bar reference?
Well, I do. No, it's because I did hear some. Well, we're not starting rumors here, but if you do want to have a beer at Chippers, what I've been told is go have one between now and the next 9 months.
Okay,
we'll just leave it at that.
Well, we will leave it at that.
Ooh,
okay,
boy.
And sooner.
Suspense.
Gosh.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
Let's
we're not spreading rumors here. We're not spreading rumors about. Okay,
we're not the rumor mill.
I say we get the fire going though. We'll get say some things today that really get the people going.
No.
All right.
Well,
curious to hear what you got to say.
We're clean here, Marcus. We make sure we don't dip our toes into debatable stuff, and
oh boy,
we don't like that stuff.
I missed that part.
As far as everyone knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do that off camera.
Sure. And it's fun.
Yeah.
Clean, no rumors. I can do that.
That's right.
So
we don't have opinions here.
Joe, you got a wealth tip for us today?
Pretty easy one. And I think a lot of people can get caught in this trap, and it's all about subscriptions. Oh. Yeah. Check out your bank statement and see if you've got that old Peacock subscription from 5 years ago that you stopped watching and they're still dinging you for $5.99, whatever it is.
You watched that football game and you didn't unsubscribe.
I forgot I was getting the 7 days for free and then stopped it, and life goes on, and now you're $800 in the hole. So check your subscriptions and the ones that you're not using. I guarantee you there's someone out there right now that's going to go, oh, you know what? I keep seeing that Apple $4.99. I'm like, well, cancel that sucker. So anyway,
there you go.
Check your subscriptions and cancel them.
That does that for you, isn't there?
Is there?
Yep.
I've heard the advertisement on the radio.
Yeah, and I can't think of the name of it.
Okay, go find the app that tracks your subscriptions you don't use, and then redirect that money into better things. So that's actually the
wealth building.
Boom.
Put it in your 401k.
That's a good one. I like that.
Thanks.
I like it.
Health tip. Change your environment. If you want to be more successful in anything that you're doing, whether it be nutrition, exercise, people you hang out with, find some way where can you change your environment for the better? So, maybe you look at your cabinet and what food is in there. Is that setting you up for success? Is it not? So clearing out things that don't serve you and then loading it up with things that do serve you. Load up your fridge with cut fruit and vegetables, not uncut. Get rid of the snacky stuff that you always complain that you eat too much of. So
what about the people in your house? Does that apply too?
Yeah, like your wives.
This guy doesn't know.
You have options. Is it a financially good option, Joe? I don't know.
Anyway, we like jokes here, guys. Jokes.
Yeah, of course. I did see your post, by the way. It was a good post.
Oh, thank you.
Made me think. It was good. I think it's good to change the things you do, break the routine, and see what the results are.
Yeah, I said I recently changed my environment with a couple friends I used to meet with. We'd go for lunch a lot, and instead of going for lunch, we're now playing basketball every Wednesday.
Ooh, I like that.
We just go to the basketball court, and it's a lot of fun, and we probably laugh a little bit more and create new stories versus just reminiscing on old ones. So.
How's your game?
Oh, I still got a good shot.
You got it, huh?
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if it looked like me, Papa Shot style, or
no, Joe.
Nobody does, do they?
No.
Okay.
Well, Marcus does. You two should play each other. It would be the longest game of pig ever.
Yeah, I'm not very good.
Let's sell tickets to that sucker.
Gosh,
just bring a 6-pack or 12-pack.
Yeah, maybe a 30-pack.
Funny.
A while.
Funny.
Well, anyways, let's get into Dr. Alvarado and what he does, who he is.
Yeah. Who are you anyway?
It's a good question. It's something I've been trying to discover my whole life and still working on it. But yeah, Dr. Marcus Alvarado here, born and raised in Highland. Well, born in St. Louis, raised in Highland. We moved here in 91. Went to McKendree University and graduate school at Logan University and practiced out in New Jersey for a couple of years as a chiropractor, obviously. And now I moved here and opened up a practice back in 2018. Be 7 years in April. We've been practicing and working, grinding away.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is great. I'm a patient of Marcus or Dr. Alvarado. What do you prefer to go by?
It's a podcast. You can call me.
I'll go Marcus. That's what I'm used to calling you Marcus. So
yeah,
calling you doctor, I just can't.
Yeah, no.
What's up,
works.
Doc?
Yeah.
How we doing?
Real creative, right?
It's all good. All good.
And there's, to me, I've been to other chiropractics, and one of the biggest differences I could say right off the bat is it's Alvarado Healthcare, not Alvarado Chiropractic or whatever, because I think you do more than just adjustments where people might associate that with. So I'll try to help use some of my own experience today as we're talking and kind of interject if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because, one, it's positive and, help people see the difference between maybe what you do and what other services are offered in town.
For sure. Yeah. So that was definitely done with intention. When I started my practice, I knew that we weren't just going to be chiropractic the whole way, my whole career, just because there needs to be a team of providers and a team of services to get people feeling better. It can't just be one thing. You're not going to the gym and just doing one type of exercise. You're doing multiple type of exercises. You're not going to have just one, stock, bond, or mutual fund. You want to diversify. So we wanted to do the same thing with our clinic. So that's why it's Alvarado Healthcare and not Alvarado Chiropractic. And in terms of our services, we're always trying to add more services to provide more value to our patients. And also each patient can benefit from something different, whether it's laser therapy, dry needling, adjustments, exercises. We always want to have a diversified approach when we're trying to help people feel better.
So are those all the services that your practice offers?
Yeah, currently those are kind of the bread and butter of what we offer in terms of the services. Yes, the techniques we use, there's a wide range of techniques because with each different problem that comes in, same thing, they respond differently to different techniques, different therapies. So if you come in and you just do the one thing that you do all the time to everybody, you might get some people better, but there are some people who are not going to improve, and that's not what you want. So you have to keep learning and growing to figure out, okay, this works really well for this patient, but something else might work better for a different patient. So you just have to continue studying and learn so that you can be of value to the people coming through your doors.
Is your goal that you don't see people anymore? Is that where you hit the success button? And I'm sure you feel there is a need for the people that need to come back and see you, but I guess.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I definitely enjoy patient care and spending time with patients and changing their lives in the clinic. But for us to have the impact that we want, on a multi-clinic level, there definitely has to be someone in charge of leading the way, figuring out what services we're going to do and vet them, make sure that they're of value to patients and they're getting results. And so that takes time. So certainly down the road, there could be a time where I maybe am only there 2 or 3 days a week. But right now, I'm really just learning a lot, the ins and outs being in the clinic, and then use that down the road to enhance the patient experience and improve our services.
And one of the things that, I've noticed, and I get to see it from multiple ends too, not only just in my, client or whatever yours, but I also, at the gym, we have a lot of members that go see chiropractic care or seeking out, they get injuries and what have you. Those things are going to happen inevitably.
Sure.
And there's a difference between, one nice benefit when people go with you is they come back with a task. They come back with an idea of what's actually going on.
Oh yeah.
Opposed to sometimes we get, clients that go elsewhere and I'm like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, I got adjusted. And it's like, okay, well, what'd they tell you was wrong? Or what do they think you need to work on? What's going on here? Well, I don't know. They just got my adjustment and,
out the
door, opposed to it's nice to get some feedback. Well, that didn't do me any good.
Right.
Nor is it really going to help you other than give you some relief. We need to figure out what it is that the problem is so we can do the right exercises here to help you overcome that.
Oh yeah.
And getting that feedback from you is always really nice to have some direction with people when, it's above what we do.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, and there's a lot of different avenues to take that down, but just to keep it simple, I'm a patient somewhere else. I have someone that I go to for different things to help manage my health, and I know the questions I want to have answered, and I want to know how can I take care of this problem on my own. So when patients come into our clinic, we need to first accurately diagnose the problem. We need to have a good treatment that's going to get them the outcomes. And then we do need that patient to understand what's going on. When people have pain, they they what we call you give power to the pain. You lose control of your life because you can't do things because of this pain. It becomes very frustrating. So if you come in and we take the pain away, but don't teach you where it came from, how it got there, what you might be doing that's perpetuating it, we're going to go in a circle. You're going to keep coming in, we're going to adjust you, and then you come back and it's the same problem over and over again. And that's not progress. And we want progress, right? Of course, in life there's ups and downs, but we all in our lives want to progress. So for that to occur, we have to educate patients on what's going on, what's causing your pain signal to go off, what can we do to treat it, how can we educate you to treat it on your own, and then we eventually kind of switch roles. So what I tell patients a lot when you come into our clinic, we're more active, you're more passive. Show up for your appointments, don't cause anything new, do your exercises, and then after you start to come and see us, you're going to learn, oh, I'm sitting all day on the couch on my side like this, or I'm like constantly reaching back, in the back seat like this, trying to get things out of the back seat, and it's
or slap the kid.
Or slap, you gotta get like a fly swatter or something like that, a little backhand. Yeah, turn your hand around. So,
open palm.
That's from my youth, not my. That's not what I do to my kid, but that's how I was anyway.
That's how you're raised?
My dad's got serious shoulder. No.
Yeah. He said 4 replacements.
Yeah, 5 kids. I mean, that's a lot of action there.
He's ripped. I thought, just on one side. So basically, it comes down to one of the big things that sets us apart is education. Learning what's going on so you don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Learning that you have power to correct the issues you have, and we're your guide, not your savior, to getting you feeling better. And then we will pass that baton. Eventually, we become more passive. You kind of just come in when you need us, but you're more active. You know what caused your problem. You know how to fix it. You know the stretches, the exercises. You know what to avoid. And that's one of the big things that sets us apart.
If someone's out there right now and they're wondering at what point they should come and see you, because in my past, I got something going on. Do I go to the doctor? Or do I go to the chiropractor?
Sure.
What's your guidance on that person that's kind of like,
I love that question.
Thank you.
And here's why. My parents are retired primary care physicians, and I'm a chiropractor. And when you go see a primary care physician, you should understand that about 10% of their education is in musculoskeletal care, but 30% of the patients they treat are musculoskeletal. So they're not experts at musculoskeletal care. You have a liver, kidney, spleen issue, heart, go start there. But if you have a sprain, a strain, something hurts with movement, you should go see someone who's seeing that 80 to 90% of their day versus 30%. And this is stuff we see all the time. So we learn the patterns and we dive deep into actually what's causing it versus if you go to your primary care physician, it's, okay, here's a muscle relaxer, here's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, go take this and then come back if it still bothers you. And then during that time, you're like, oh, well, they didn't make it seem like it was a big deal. I guess it's okay. And you take the medication, you feel a little bit better, and then you go on with your day. Versus how about you learn about what caused that problem, actually heal the tissue versus just mask that pain, and then you're going to be more resilient, your body's more dynamic, and you've actually learned something versus, oh, well, I took this and my pain went away, I guess it's good. When a lot of times you've kind of just masked the symptoms while not healing or making that tissue more resilient. So what I would say is if it's something that hurts with movement, strains, sprains, you want to go see a chiropractor or physical therapist. Just a manual therapist, really. Sometimes even massage therapy to start out. You start there, and then that person should guide you towards your primary care. If you're not seeing results and need to go to a specialist, you need a referral for physical therapy, mostly just for Medicare patients. But a lot of those aches or pains, you're going to want to go go to your manual therapist first. And then from there, you'd go a different path. A little long-winded.
Good answer.
No, it's a good answer. I mean, I feel the kind of exact same way when it comes to like nutrition. A lot of times, doctors want to talk about nutrition. It's like, well, that's about 10%, maybe not even 10% of what they talk about on a daily basis. Where like I'm talking with people nutrition all the time.
Yes,
and so it makes total sense.
And in these people, the general population is just, they're kind of trained to just go to their primary care physician first, right? Oh, I go see my primary care physician for any problem I have. But your primary care physician can only learn so much about the body, right? Like when you go to a store, there are special, you can go to a Chinese restaurant, they could probably cook any food back there, but they really just hone in on Chinese food, right? And when you go there, they have all the Chinese options, and chopsticks is very Chinese oriented. But you don't go there for, I want a hamburger, right? Well, you're in the wrong place. So when you go to your primary care physician, those are for things they see all the time, which diabetes and neuropathy and heart conditions and things like that. But for a specialist who works and sees those patients all the time, you want to start there,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, makes total sense.
Yeah.
To me, speaking of your parents being in the primary, is that what caused you to get into this, or how did you end up in the healthcare field?
Yeah. So both my parents were retired medical doctors, and they both wanted all us kids to go into healthcare. And so as I was going through my college career, I thankfully was pretty good at my science classes. And so it was kind of in my ballpark to do that. And being able to help people is always just a joy. It's a lot of fun and making an impact on people's lives. And so when I was again out of high school, it was either chiropractic, physical therapy, or acupuncture. I needed something that was a little bit more conservative on the, on the therapy side. I just could not, it's not in my morals or values to give medication all the time. I just would not, it's not in line with my values. I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I started looking at different schools, found Logan was in the area, went and did a campus visit, and just really enjoyed that visit. And so ended up going that route.
Oh, man, you guys are good listeners to your parents. Is your sister's in the medical field?
Yeah.
And your brother? I don't know about him, though.
He sells insurance, Colonial Life Insurance.
Well, he's kind of in the medical. He's life insurance. So if you die, he's
he's your friend with benefits. He would say it as BNI groups. Your friend with benefits. People love that.
It's a good tag.
Yeah.
At least remember.
So you guys get to sit around at the holiday at Thanksgiving and talk about all these medical terms, and your brother's talking about whole life policies.
He's learned quite a bit over the years, but it's a mixed bag. Those conversations are nobody holds.
He's got to be like the punching bag a little bit. I don't know your brother at all, but he's Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other. He's the one that's bouncing the ball, and everyone else has got a football in their hand.
Everybody's family might have a black sheep, so.
I love your brother. I don't know him, but he sounds like a great guy from everything you've told us.
He is. He's a very good person, other than being a redhead.
Well, and you spend some time with your family too. You're pretty open about your family nights. So you got some good moral grounding, from that side.
Yeah, very, very thankful. We have a good family that's very, supportive of the town. And, my parents for over 30 years helped the community here in terms of health, and really took care of a lot of patients here. And now they're retired and they kind of just do their own thing.
And you stepped up, you are active in the community too. Are you the president?
President of the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
I sit on the hospital board as well, helping out over there. And, I think those are the kind of the main things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody who has never been before, and I'm going to assume that maybe there's some fear of the unknown when somebody's going to start anything new.
For sure.
What is somebody's first experience walking into Alvarado Healthcare look like?
Yeah. So first of all, the first visit is always just an examination, started with some dialogue, conversation. We need to figure out what's going on, where you've been, what you've tried, and also where are you at mentally. That's a big part of the symptoms that people feel. Pain is a subjective thing. You can injure two people the same way and they can feel it differently. So we start with an exam, consultation. We want to get to know who they are. Then we do a physical exam, kind of go through our orthopedic testing and evaluations and see, okay, what's the source of the pain, what tissue is causing a problem. And then at the conclusion of that, we're going to tell you what's going on and give you just a little, what we call a report of findings. And it's an explanation of what's going on. And then we're going to do some treatment. 99% of the time, we're going to treat on the first visit. Try to, that person's in pain, they're hurting most of the time, not always. So we want them to get better as quickly as possible. Now, that being said, I know a lot of people, when they first think of chiropractor, they think of the popping and the cracking. Not every patient receives that type of therapy or that treatment, especially, TikTok, they blow it up. They've got all these videos that people have seen of the popping and cracking and these, what's called a Y strap and the ring dinger. I mean, there's tons of these marketing things.
Jeff and I at the same time.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the whole thing.
Well, our pre-air conversations sneaking its way back in here.
Oh, gotcha. Oh boy. So basically, we're not going to do anything a patient's not comfortable with. So a lot of patients, we don't pop or crack every patient. If a patient doesn't want their neck adjusted, we don't adjust their neck. We don't force any patient into doing something they don't want to do. So
yeah. And I can attest to that too. I've come in like if I'm getting ready for a run or whatever, and sometimes we just do some stretching or you kind of put me through some mobility movement to get me ready. And it doesn't mean that we have to get adjusted. So
right. Yeah, there are multiple ways to treat people, and it's not just joint mobilization or manipulation.
So, and people, you have more than one office, right? So, would you attribute some of that to, providing 12 months of service at no cost to all your
12 months.
It's a good business model. I'm trying to get you some new clients here.
Sure.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Joe.
Total kidding. I don't know where that. I don't know why they have me on here, to be honest with you.
I mean, I didn't know you did that.
Hey.
Horseman Financial. I didn't know you guys
get a free consult.
I didn't know it was a free year of service.
Golly.
I've been getting ripped off.
Hey, I'm feeding the knowledge out here.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
If you haven't thought about it, try it.
Yeah.
You'll be busier than you ever realized.
Oh gosh, would love that.
Anyway,
enjoy that.
I digress.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you're going to go with the next question because I just lost my train of thought.
So anyway, back to your expansion. You're in Highland. Where else are you located? What's the vision for moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. So we
you like that one?
Thank you.
Bam. Yeah, so we have a clinic in Highland. That'll be 7 years in April. And then we opened a new clinic in Lebanon. Dr. Fisher, he was there for 40 years, right on the main brick street. And he was just ready to retire. He turned 70. And so we had a couple meetings, and he thought we were a good fit to take care of his patients. Good personality fit. And we offered some services that he agreed with. And so we took that over July 23rd of last year.
All right. And then can you see the difference in, you're from Highland, you got an office in another community. Can you see is there a difference in kind of how one operates over the other?
Yeah. So, chiropractic care is a personality driven business. So a lot of the patients you see have traits that you will have. And it's interesting because my dad, one of his instructors, one of his parting words was, when you get to the end of your career, you're going to notice all your patients are versions of you. All your clients are versions of you. The people who work with you and decide to be in networks with you, there's parts of you that all overline in a lap. So Dr. Fisher, being 70-year-old when he retired, a lot of his patients were more that Medicare base. And also just Lebanon, there's a different demographic there than there is in Highland. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely some differences there. So you just try to adapt to the different populations and then try to figure out also what are their needs, their wants in terms of treatment, and then, try to deliver.
So is there anything else? I mean, I think we covered the main things that, maybe make you different or set you apart from Alvarado Healthcare, but is there anything that we missed or didn't ask you about that you think helps separate you guys? What makes you unique?
The other thing that comes up, a lot of people always ask, if I start going to a chiropractor, I have to go forever, and you can kind of attribute it. A lot of times they like to use the dentist, you don't have to go to a dentist forever, but if you want your teeth cleaned and things taken care of and good oral hygiene, you should go. Do I have to go to the gym forever if I go? Well, you don't have to, but if you want to do good things for your body, make your muscles stronger, increase your mobility, you should go to the gym regularly. Some people do and some people don't. So I would say the same thing for seeing a chiropractor. You know, if you want your body to continuously work better for you, why don't you have a specialist work with you to educate you and perform a treatment that makes your body work better? And again, this isn't just chiropractic. This is physical therapy. This is massage. This doesn't just apply to us, you know. But any manual therapist, you know, if you want your body to continuously work well for you, then yeah, you should continuously go. But the frequency is very different from person to person. I have some patients I see once a week, once a month, once a quarter, once a year. You know, it's up to the person what their goals are. You shouldn't be going to, in my opinion, you shouldn't go to a chiropractor that gives everyone the same blanket treatment plan, because it's not customized. It's not based on their goals and what their desires are. That's personal. So if you're just, everyone comes in and you take an x-ray and you say, oh, you've got all these problems and it's going to take this many months to fix, and we're going to do it 3 times a week for 2 months, and then 2 times a week for a month, and 1 time a week for a month, and everyone gets the same thing. To me, that is not the right way to practice. So we don't do that.
I want to hit on that too, because I've got some existing, you know, back and shoulder stuff. And I, in the past, have visited with you, and I think there is some fear out there that people will not enter your office or another chiropractor's office because of that. Boy, they're going to get me in the system.
Yeah.
I will. And I have, you know, I left my first meeting at one point in the past, and the conversation just went straight to, we need to on a 3 and 5 year plan. You know, when you start hearing that, you're like, you know, we're that's so far out.
Yeah.
When I went to you, it was like, let's take care of what you're in here for. And there was never now I hear what you're saying, like people can elect to do that, but you're not giving that feeling to anyone, like that you're going to have this lifetime program for them. And I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out for you specifically, because I have been in there and I've not ever felt like that. And that, hopefully that gets one person over the you know, the pause of coming to see you, because they don't want to be pressured.
Yeah. Yeah. And that pressure definitely, you know, when you, especially if you're in an office, you're in like an insecure environment, and then people pressure you to do this. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, I was just there and they showed me this and then I just did it. Like, it should always be a conversation. Like, does this work for you? And then is it in line with the goals? Like, what are your goals? What can't you do that you want to be able to do? You know, that's what really made things easy for me, is when patients come in, I know that there's 2 things. At the bottom of my exam form, I write a 1 and a 2 and I circle it. And I want to know during the conversation, I want to know, what are 2 things this person can't do that I can help them do? I can't get up out of a chair without pain. I can't sleep at night without pain. I can't throw a baseball with my kid without pain. Okay, I'm writing that down. And now we have a goal to work towards, because I know that patient came in because they can't do that thing. That's what motivated them. Pain motivates people, but not being able to do something you used to be able to do or you can't do, that's pretty motivating. So then once I hit that goal and they can do that, then to me, we're at a really good spot. Then I can ask them, is there anything else, you know, you told me before you came you couldn't do these things. You can do those things now. Is there anything else you want to be able to do, you know, or are we good here? And most of the time, at that point, people are feeling pretty good, and I say, okay, you know, come back when you need us, and if you wouldn't mind leaving us a Google review, we'd appreciate that.
Google reviews are great.
They are great.
Absolutely.
How many wives call you and say, you know, my husband's having an ailment, he can't figure out how to open the dishwasher, and so they send him in because maybe there's something wrong with his arm or something. Do you get a lot of that from the spouses?
Probably 20, 30 a week.
Okay,
it is a epidemic.
It's amazing what some people forget or just can't do as they get older.
Know,
you know,
my wife's not making that call.
It's perfect, Jeff. You can do it all.
Pull that dishwasher open, close.
You have 2? Oh, it's not 2 dishwashers.
That's what I want. That's my dream.
Jeff, just share. I know this is all about you, but Jeff has a brilliant, at least from you might appreciate it too.
I do.
Share with everyone your idea about dishes.
Well, I mean, dishwasher sales are probably going to go up.
Whirlpool, here we go.
You're welcome.
And anyone want Whirlpool stock? Hit me up. Go, Jeff.
Yeah, if I were to redesign my kitchen, I would have 2 dishwashers, so I never put a dish away ever again in my life. There would always be one that has clean dishes in, and you want to use it, you need a clean dish, you pull from the clean dishwasher, and then that goes straight into the dirty dishwasher. And then it's just this cycle that goes back and forth. We don't even need cabinets anymore.
I know. That's crazy, right? You should wash it, and then what it would do is the machine would, after it finished, it'd go and come to the top, and it'd be all stacked. Or it would just go in these little cabinets.
I can just pull the dishwasher over, plate, fork, knife, bam.
You don't even need kitchen Here we go.
You don't even need
how about the savings on cabinets? You don't even need cabinets. You build a new house, you're saving $40,000.
It might be awkward with a sink and 2 dishwashers.
Hey, I want an $800 extra dishwasher and $40,000 of zero cabinets is what I want. Save that money.
That's right. 413B.
This is why we're here, folks. We're just making the world a better place.
My book will be out soon.
Yes.
I want an autograph.
Life hacks.
Okay. We got plenty of the good segue into that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm here to support the team.
Yeah, I mean, you provide all these services, and it went from the guy that can't open the dishwasher to Jeff coming up with his brilliant idea. I mean, and he's had it for a while. So
I know, and he's been wanting to get that
man,
out on the
I
air.
love life.
Get that live out on the air.
Life is good.
Well, Marcus, any last parting shots that you have for everybody? Or
No, I just I want to thank you guys for having me here and let me tell our story a little bit and kind of what differentiates us. And
where are you located, in case someone doesn't know?
We are at 1210 Washington Street, so across from the Smile Shop, down the street from Myrtle and Grace, or the CC Food Mart gas station.
Gas station.
Just a block or two down.
You're probably there getting 44-ounce skis all the time, aren't you?
Oh man, I can count on one hand the number of skis I've had.
Ever?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Know your audience here.
God, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just not a ski drinker.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, I think it's.
Just don't say you like Mountain Dew.
No.
Okay, good. Then you're.
I think, or is it the soda itself that?
I quit drinking soda my freshman year of high school.
That's awesome.
Good for you.
I used to
awesome.
drink water and collect the bottles and put them in my locker. And the upstairs lockers, they're red and they're real big. And then every once in a while, someone would just open it and they knew they were all in there. And they would just pour them all out. And then one of the teachers, the principal, would come to the window and do this. And I would know it was someone pulling my water bottles out. So every couple months, I had to go clean them out.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, good job.
Yeah.
So, well, again, thanks for being on the What's Up Highland.
Always entertaining.
What's Up Highland?
What's up? How about close? Can we close it with how we?
How do we close it?
How'd you open it?
What?
Come on,
so long
you're getting
ago.
ready to go crack some backs. Let's
I
go.
am.
Get energized here.
Maybe we need to get like the old Budweiser front. What's up, Highland?
Well, you've already. How many more toys do you need, Jeff? You got a lot of.
What's up? And then he does what's up.
What's up?
Highland.
That's hilarious.